Um, I am alive. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm late. I'm sorry. I, okay. Good morning, Darlene. Oh my goodness. What a fun morning. Let me put my focus on here. I just got downstairs and my house is decorated for Christmas. Katie is here. She's left with Grandpa to go get the other grandkids. They're all coming over. We're going to feed them chicken quesadillas for lunch. Let me introduce myself in case you don't know me. Hello, bonjour. My name is DeniseWillerton. Hi, Cheryl. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in East St. Paul, Manitoba, Canada. If you do not have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would be honored to help you with your creativity needs. I host in-home classes. I do some virtual classes and trying to really kind of get that off the ground too. So we'll see how that all goes. So having said that, here's a virtual class that I am teaching on November 25th on Tuesday evening. We are creating, let me grab one just so you can see. So there's no, I'm not supplying any crafts for you, or what am I trying to say here? Settle down. I am not, this class does not include any product, okay? So you're going to cut your own. I will have a PDF for you. There's a little magnet here, and it's actually a little backpack. Okay, so it's so cute. You would decorate that with the design paper that you want. So that's a virtual class that I'm offering on Tuesday, November 25th. If you are interested, of course, Darlene, you can come for lunch. If you are interested, let me know. You can drop me a line at DeniseWillerton@gmail.com, so you can see my name right down there on that side, all lowercase, one running word, DeniseWillerton@gmail.com for that virtual class. I have not printed out the November tutorial bundle, but that is out. So if you place a $65 order with me, you'll receive anywhere from 15 to 20, depending on how many Stampin' Up demonstrators from around the world sign up for this. You will receive that tutorial, but the order needs to be $65 and I can't combine orders. So let's say you place a $20 order and then you place a $40 order and then a $5 order. That does not equal a $65 order. I'm sorry, these are the rules for the people that have put this together. That has all passed. I am doing a fundraiser for New Directions, and I have 10 kits so far. So ladies, thank you so much for supporting my fundraiser for New Directions here in Winnipeg. They are an awesome organization that help the less fortunate. They do all sorts of things in their building. They teach cooking. They teach how to budget. They have counselors. It's incredible. For $30, you can grab that QR code and it will take you right to the sign-up sheet to let me know how many you want. I had a lovely friend from the US send me money for 3 kits and I was just blown away. So far we're at 10 and so I'm super excited about that. And I think that's all I want to advertise. If you're interested in the rolling photo box class, it is a PDF as well as a video tutorial. I am teaching a 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 photo album class. That's the QR code that will take you to that class, as well as my monthly class. That would be a printout for that. I have not repopulated that with my January dates. I do not do classes in December. Instead, I do a Christmas gathering. That is over. Oh, I did print it out. Here's November. There's 18 tutorials in there for your viewing. And my little tutorial in here, do I remember what I submitted? Is this one right here. So there's that. So there again is the QR code for New Directions. Please join me in that. It would mean an awful lot. But yes, I'm excited. We're at 10 kits. Which then brings us to the Nested Essentials die. So I've been doing this for about 3 months. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing it. We'll see how it goes. I am trying to help get my, and sorry for the glare, I am trying to help get my my shopping up. Karen, thank you, and I have your name right there. I have Karen, Lucy, Deb, Dar, Judy, Cheryl, and Kathy. So if anyone else is here, and hello everyone, if anyone else is here that has not shared, please do so. So every month or for the past 3 months, I have been kind of doing a little special. If you place a $50 order or more with me, I do a draw at the end of that month according to the $50 in one. So again, I don't combine it because then I would be sitting there doing the math forever. So it's an order of $50 or more. So for every 50 that you spend in one order, I will enter your name for the draw. So today's draw is for the Nested Essentials die. These dies, well, Wendy, hello, and let me add your name. Hang on, let me see. I hope I've got my Nested Essentials. I do. So this is what we are drawing for. So a brand new unopened set of Nested Essentials. So we're going to take, and Wendy, thank you so much for sharing. How are you? I haven't seen you in forever. Here are the tickets for those that have shared, okay, or for those that have placed a $50 or more order in my online store. And let's get these names populated in there. So for instance, if you have a $99 order, you get 1 ticket. But if you have a $101 order before shipping and taxes, merchandise, you get 2 tickets. So Kathy is in there. Let's just pick them all up. It might be easier. Debbie, I don't know if you're here, Deb, but your name is popped in. And Deb again. And Kathy again. So obviously they placed 2 $50 orders. Dar, thank you, and Dar. And Dar. So who already owns Nested Essentials? Ruth. And Ruth again. I thank you so much, friends, for your orders. And Deb again. And Chris. And Deb. So I did all the math. I went back. Whoops. Let's get your name in there. So that's Deb going in there again. Oh, did I miss something? That my sister will be okay. Wendy. Oh, no. Oh, Wendy, I am so sorry. I hope that your sister is going to be okay. Darlene, thank you for saying that. Chris, Donna, Karen, and you're here. And Kathy, and Donna. Okay, so these are all of my friends that have placed a $50 merchandise order or more with me for the month of October, and we are drawing for the Nested Essentials. Brand new, unopened. She's 84. Wow. Aww. Oh boy, Wendy, if anyone out there is a praying person, would you please just take the time right now to pray for Wendy's sister? And I am doing that in my head a little bit here. And I have, not looking, I've got a couple of papers. Let's get just one. I have two. Let's take this one. The winner is Kathy. So Kathy, I will get a hold of you and let you know that you have won the Nested Essentials. And let me do this so that does not get lost in the shuffle. So for the month of November, if you place a $50 order or more merchandise before shipping and handling, your name will be entered for the draw for a brand new unopened Elegant Pines. Okay, this is one of the design papers that we used for Christmas stack. And I see a few things over there that I need to grab. I apologize. I will be right back. I was so busy decorating with Katie. Seriously, I came down like 1 minute before. And so I'm not totally ready. These are the names for the draw for the Nested Essentials. So now my little bucket is empty. I will be right back. Hold tight. Hold tight, hold tight. Just chat amongst yourselves. What is it that I came here for? This. And this. And this. And this. Okay, before we get on to today's card, I just want to show you a few goodies. So for my Christmas stack that sold out, and I ended up with 2 classes, this was the first card that we made for Christmas stack, and I don't know if you can tell, but there is sparkle. Let's see. Yeah, it's sort of coming through. There's sparkle on the pecan pie. This was the second card that we created. It is, and focus. And focus. I've got too much happening here. I may have to take my glass mat off. That was the second card that we created. And the third card that we created for Christmas stack, it folds up like this and goes into the envelope. But when you open it up, it opens up like this. So I don't know if there's a special name for this. Like I think I've seen out there like flying wings or something. So that was my Christmas stack, which is now over. But this is just kind of a sample of what I do with my Christmas stack. Now going forward, if there is interest in my stacks, I will also do that virtually if there is an interest for it. So those were the Christmas stack cards. And then my card class, which I do every month, and maybe I will start doing it virtually. I believe this is called an accordion card. So this is what we did for the month of November. Okay, super, super fun cards. Now, we are going to get on to today's card before I showcase one item. Darlene's husband has created a bow maker. Okay, now these posts slip into here to put it away. Okay, so they slip in, or you take them out and you create your bow. It's beautiful. They come in all colors. You just let Darlene know what color you want, or what was I going to say? Katie just came downstairs. Hi, sweetheart. This girl here just helped me decorate my house for Christmas. So thank you. It was so fun. So yeah, if you are interested in this, Darlene creates these in different colors. drop me a line or drop Darlene a line if you are interested in a bow maker. If somebody does not know how this works, let me know. I will take the time to show you right here, right now, how to create that. Let's get on to today's card. So, oh, Katie went upstairs, but I'll tell her hello. When I had my card class here a couple of nights ago, one of my friends asked me if I owned the Layers of Beauty masks. And I told her that I did. And she said, "How does that work?" So I said, "Well, you know what? Why don't I do a live on that on Thursday morning and show you how this works?" So here we go. This is what we are going to create today. I've got everything ready to go. So I've got I need to make sure that I am grabbing the right one. Oh, you know what? I don't think I cut that for, well, you know what? I'll have to cut that. So this measures, let me see, this measures 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to lay that down, but I don't want that going anywhere. Okay, now you don't have to use a glass mat. You can use a silicone mat, or you can use a piece of scrap paper. And you know what? Maybe I will do that to show you how you don't have to have the glass mat, although I love the glass mat. The only reason why you don't see it a lot in my lives, I don't know why, but the glare really bugs me. And I need to get over that. But here is what you would do. You would take a piece of scrap paper. So this is just computer paper, okay? And let's make sure that this is not going anywhere. So that is just removable tape, and I'm going to flip it over. If you don't have removable tape, you can use painter's tape. Keep in mind it is quite sticky, so if you're using painter's tape, you may want to cut a piece off and then just put it on your clothing to get a little bit of the fluff so it doesn't come off. Okay, or it doesn't rip your paper, although we're die cutting, so we're not too worried about that. Now, your masks come in 5 sections, and right up here, see how there's a number 1 there? They all come that way. So you need to keep that in mind because you want to lay those down in order. But the first thing we're going to start with is the stamp from Layers of Beauty, okay? So this bundle comes with the stamp set, the mask, if you buy the bundle, the stamp set, the mask, and the dies, okay? So that is how it comes. You want to grab your largest block and put that down on there. And now let's ink it up. Now when I have a large stamp set like that, I like to lay that down and ink it up this way, okay? So I just ink it up like so. I am not smashing this in. The bow maker, yeah, the bow makers are great, Wendy. I have a wooden one too, but I love the slim line of this. Now hopefully I've got this well inked, and we are just going to go straight down onto making sure that I am all in, and I am all in right there. So let's just press that down, give that ink a chance to transfer, and my pressure tool is not with me. It's at a different post, and I don't want to leave again. So let's just use our Let's just use our fist. There we go. So it's stamped beautifully. Now what you want to do is you want to take your number 1 mask, and the number 1 is going to be facing up towards you, okay? We're going to grab these 3 little flowers and we're going to match them in there, okay? So let's find those flowers, and you can see how this has all kind of come around to the flowers that match. And so there's where we've got our fit. Okay, do you see what I have done? Let's grab another piece of tape because I don't want that going anywhere. So that is number 1. Let's just make sure we're good again. Okay, and let's just put that tape down right there. I want to take a pencil, and if you're working on a glass mat, you can write on your glass mat and it comes right off. This little notch here, I want you just to make a little V where that notch is, okay? So each of these masks have a notch, okay? So the first thing is make sure you are on number 1. We're going to work with bubble bath. Okay, so we're going to start with a pink. And you know what? I'm going to move your names. Okay, Wendy, that's no news is good news, they say, right? Let's make sure. I want to make sure that I don't have a deep purple in there. Okay, we're going to pick up some bubble bath. And I'm going to start where there is no design, okay? And I'm going to roll on to here. So we've got some bubble bath happening. And you want to make sure that you are covering all of the little holes, okay, with your bubble bath. And I'm not going too intense with that. So there is mask number 1, okay? We've got our panel taped down so it's not going anywhere. Let's grab number 2. So number 2, and there's the notch. Let's find the notch, and then again, let's just twist this because you will see where it actually matches up perfectly. And I am right there. We're going to grab bubble bath again, and I want to go a little bit darker with that. So I'm trying to create a 2-tone effect. This mask is a little bit different than the other. Can you hear my grandkids? They don't have school today, and so Andrea asked if we would take Katie for the day, and of course we would. So that's where the Christmas decorations came in. But then I texted the rest of them to say, hey, if you guys want to come over, Grandma will make chicken quesadillas for lunch. And just before Dean and Katie went to go pick up the boys, I said to Katie, I said, where there is food, you will find the weebs. And so here they are. So now we've got bubble bath again. Just a little bit deeper of a color. Who's waiting for the reveal? So I'm adding a little more than I did the first time, and I'm doing that on purpose because I want there to be a little bit of variation. Okay, so that is 2. Drum roll. Da-da. I wish I had a drum roll sound. You can see the second. And so where do I put my, and so now this is number 3. Let's find the notch, and we are moving to the flower centers, and I didn't pull out another color. I definitely want another color. Let's go. Ooh. I hope I'm not going to regret this. Let's go Petunia Pop. Or you know what? Yeah, let's go Petunia. No, you know what? I want a warmer pink. Bubble Bath is kind of a warm pink. I want a warmer color. I wonder. I should have done a taste test. You know what? I'm going to try. Sherry, welcome here. I'm going to try Berry Burst. Are we going to regret this? Sherry, let me add your name. And thank you for sharing so much. So there's your name, and I'm going to put that in my little bucket. Okay, so Berry Burst. Please don't regret this. Berry Burst. Okay. And it is a really dark color, so we're not going to go too hard with this. Cheryl, I'm pretty excited to see this too. So is it okay to say before I remove the mask, please be nice, please be nice? Because I didn't test this one. I forgot that I needed a third pink. So I didn't do a prototype. Okay, drum roll for the reveal. And then we're going to move on to the leaves. Okay? Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. Okay, so that is number 3. And you know what? I'm going to take these after, and I am just going to run them over warm water, and they will come clean. So here's number 4. We're moving on to the leaves. So again, I'm going to find the notch, and then I'm going to just kind of twist this around until I like where I am with the mask and the stamping. Okay, so I like that. So let's start with, did you move? No. Let's start with Shaded Spruce. Shaded Spruce, and I'm not going to go too dark. So Karen, I hope this is helping. Karen is my dear friend that asked if I would show her how to use masks, and I thought, you know what? This is the easiest way. So this is Shaded Spruce. Okay, another reveal. And we're going to do one last color because there are 5 masks. So there's the Shaded Spruce. Mask number 5 right there. Well, now you're going to have to do this. So find your notch and then just kind of like twist this around till you are, like you'll be able to tell where you're sitting with what you have already inked up. And this looks pretty amazing. So the green, the green that I just used was shaded spruce. Now let's come in with some pretty peacock, okay? And so this is going to give you a really good variation. I didn't clean my brushes after I did my prototype because they would have still been wet. So let's add some pretty peacock. And it's so crazy, like when you do the different layers of color, that's when your image just really seems to come to life. And you wouldn't think to put, well, I would not have thought to put pretty peacock and shaded spruce together, but it was like, well, let's give this a go on our prototype. And I'll show you that in a moment. Okay, so here is the big reveal. Bye, Wendy. We'll see you later. Please be well and let your sister know that we are thinking about her. Okay, so mask number 5. So there's the reveal for that. Okay, so let me show you, and now we're going to cut it. So there is what we just did. Okay, so those roses just pop. And now let's die cut that. And I just found the papers that I was supposed to use. Okay, let's get this all set up. I'm going to lay that this way. You're not going to really see what I'm doing here. So you're going to grab your big die, and you're going to be able to see up at the top here. You're going to lay it down until you see that you are cutting it the right way, because there's definitely a right and a wrong. So I am just going to scoot that around till I like what I see, like right there. And let's give that a cut. Now the rest of the card, Darlene, thank you so much. The rest of the card is pretty sweet. Okay, so now that is die cut. Let's tuck this away. And let's create the rest of the card. Okay, my friends, you are going to want to recreate this because it's pretty sweet. I used, let's get that out of the way. Got too many things in front of me right now. Okay, there's the stamp set, Layers of Beauty. We are going to take our card base, okay? And this card base measures 5.5 by 6.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4, which would give us kind of a normal A2 card, because if you take 5.5 by 8.5 and you score it at 4 1/4, you've got your A2 card. So here is our A2 card, but we are creating this card a little bit differently, okay? So what you want to do on the inside, right, on the inside of the card, you want to take your tape. Please use tape. Do not use glue for this part, okay? And you are going to place some tape, not too close to the edge. Okay, so I don't know if, yeah, you can see all that mess. And then I took a window sheet, and this window sheet measures 5.5 by 4 1/8. So now what I'd like to do is I'm going to lay it down, and I'm using this edge as my guide, okay? So my window sheet is the same size as this. There's a little bit missing there, but that's okay. Let's close this. And now my window sheet is attached to my card, okay? Now, I don't want all of this tape showing, because for me, can you see it? That's really bothersome. So what I did was I took a piece of design paper, and this paper is from, and I need to let you know, this paper is on the clearance rack, and it's, or on the last chance rack, and it's on sale for $18.40. This paper is stunning. It is absolutely stunning. There's gold foiling on it. There are little tags. Okay, that's the other side of it. Here are more elements. So this right here, there's a card front right there. And then you could cut that out and write happy birthday on there, or stamp happy birthday. And so you've got card panels on here. And you have 2 sheets of ephemera. Okay, so all kinds of like cupcake pop-outs and birthday cakes and a bouquet. So it's beautiful, beautiful paper. And because it's on last chance, when it's gone, it's gone. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. And when I chose my design paper, I didn't realize it was on last chance. And I thought, you know what, I better check. I don't even know if this paper is even still current. And that's when I realized it was on last chance. So I figured I better let you all know about that. Okay, we're going to get some adhesive on that. And you can use liquid adhesive for this. Or do we want to? You can, just be very careful. You don't want it to slip around. And unfortunately, I did cut those beautiful items. And where is my glue? There it is. We are just going to put a little bit of glue down here. I was hoping to have time for 2 cards. I don't know if I will. So let's just put that down on here. And because I'm on a window sheet, it is going to be a little bit slippery. So just beware of that. And once it's down, just leave it. Let's close that. And on the front, I want to put this down. Now this is from the same design paper, okay? And I'm going to put it that way. There's no right or wrong, but I want my scallops facing up, but down would work as well. So it's not really directional, not really. Either or works. So let's pop that right on there. So I'm just kind of eyeballing center. And then this is going to go on the inside, okay? But I want to stamp it first. So we're going to stamp it from the Layers of Beauty. Let's just grab a little block. I must have a smaller block out somewhere. It's probably on my working table. Okay, we're going to grab some Memento, which is right here. Are you girls still with me? Let's get that inked up. Take that off of there. And I'm going to put that little flower right here. And I'm going to color that using Stampin' Blends, okay? So let's start with light bubble bath. And we're just bringing this little flower to life. So Karen, do you have the whole bundle? Because if you did, you can totally recreate this. Now let's take the dark bubble bath and let's just make lines where there are lines. It's such a small area, you can't really tell that it's darker, but it is. And then we're going to take light shaded spruce. And I think I need a new shaded spruce because it seems to be quite dry. So that is on it's in my cart. If anybody wants me to place an order for them, please let me know. Be sure that your order is over $50 so you're entered for the draw for the month of November. Okay, so there's my little coloring of, oh, I almost wasn't in camera. Okay, so there's the coloring for that. We're going to pop that on the inside of our card. Katie was the only one that came down to say hi. I apologize. The rest of my gang, they're quite shy-ish. They are, but they're not. That's hard to say. But let's get that down like so. And here is what we painted. Okay, Karen, what do you think? Do you like that? And so you're just going to use lighter colors. So there's that removable tape. I'm not too worried about it. We're going to get some dimensionals. Whoopsie, sorry. Sorry for that. And let's put, oh, you know what? Pay attention, Denise. Pay attention. Do I want dimensionals? I think it would look cool. Okay, what I'm going to do, this is going to go down like about there. So I need to know where I want dimensionals. And I definitely don't want one right there. But I ripped it, and so that is going to work. And if it is easier to use liquid glue for this or tape rather than dimensionals, you can go ahead. So I'm just using this line kind of as my guide. On my prototype, I glued it down. But for some reason, I wanted to use dimensionals this time. Let's see if that's a good idea. Let's put one right there and just a little guy. And I don't have a little one left. Let's cut a little one. There we go. Let's just put a little one right there. Okay. You want to make sure that your adhesive or your dimensionals are not peeking through. I need another little one right here. We have a busy couple of days. We've got volleyball tournaments and we're packing for Vancouver, which reminds me we are leaving on Sunday in the wee hours. Thanks, Karen. And we are gone until the following Monday. So having said that, there will be no live. I'm trying to figure out how to put this down. I don't want to press. I want to make sure that I don't have any dimensionals peeking through. So there is the card using a window sheet. Don't forget about window sheets. They are wonderful. They're not just for shaker cards, right? And it just creates a stunning effect. Now, when you are writing your sentiment, if it would bother you if there is writing hanging over, I know for me it would bother me. I would just make sure that my sentiment is all right in here. So you could even just take a pencil and make a pencil line so that you know where to go, and then take a good quality eraser and erase your pencil line after the fact, okay? Now, we want a little sentiment on there, don't we? So, because, like, I don't want to take away from my bouquet, so I want something small. So grateful for you would work right down here, or God bless. My first card, this is what I did, was I used God bless, and my colors were a little bit different, okay? My colors were a little different. I should have taken note what colors I used. So I'll show you how I created that. So we're going to stick with God bless again. Right here, it's just little. So let's grab a little block. And here's a piece of scrap. And I want to use do I want to use Berry Burst or Bubble Bath? I think I'm going to go with Berry Burst. So pop that down right there. And then we're going to take, all right, where did you put your dies, Denise? Right here. We're going to take this. So in the Layers of Beauty, you've got this sweet little die. So Karen, what color? Oh, thank you, Sherry and Cheryl and Darlene. Thank you, thank you. And Karen, thank you for the idea. So we're going to cut the God bless right here, like so. And we're going to just pull out our little mini. Who owns the mini and who loves the mini? I own it and I love it. Be sure when you are lining up your plates that you do something like this. You stagger. So you've got your number 1, bring your number 2 down a little shorter, and then bring your other number 2 to the same depth as this. Or you just use your dark gray plate. Okay, so we're going to put our, let's see if I can get in here. We're going to put our God bless in there. I don't want that to move. I want to make sure my plates are staggered. And you can put a little piece of tape if you're thinking that your sentiment is going to move. I hope I'm bang on here. And then what I did, let's tuck that away before that goes missing. Especially when you're working with a small die, just take the time, put it away. Get that out of our way. And I need some gold twisted thread, which is what I used for my sentiment. And I'm just going to grab probably about, let's just say 4 inches. Okay. going to pass that through the hole. And I'm going to put a little glue dot in there. So we're going to roll our glue dot into a little ball. So just find your glue dot and roll it up. And you can use your fingers too. I like to keep it on my take your pick tool. And then I'm going to put it down on here and just press that. Whoopsie.
What are we feeding these guys for lunch?
I'm making chicken quesadillas. I'm just about done. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so my husband's worried about what we're eating for lunch.
Huh?
I said my husband's worried about what we're eating for lunch. I'm doing a live.
Sorry.
He totally forgot. I've got posters upstairs. Okay, so I've got a little glue dot right here. We're going to put dimensionals behind that. And we're going to use minis. I like to mostly always use dimensionals on a sentiment. Somehow I just feel like it pops it even more. And we're going to put that down right here. Let's just tuck that in a little bit and even more. Let's bring it down here like so. And I'm going to put that up like that. And let's grab a gold metallic gem. And I think I'm going to grab a large one. And I am going to put that down right there. And we're going to trim this just a smidge, okay? So there is the card using the Layers of Beauty Mask Bundle, okay? So I hope that helps you, Karen, and I hope that you create a card. So now when you do create a card, you want to start with a light color, and then for your 1 and 2, the same color. Well, that's what I did anyway. And then for your third color, a little bit deeper, okay? So we've got this card, which is the Bubble Bath. And this one here, I think I used Pretty in Pink, okay? So those are the 2 cards, basically the same with just different colors. So let's see who wins the draw today. And I have to go make some lunch because everybody's pretty concerned about that. So if I do not call out your name, we've got glare upon glare because I used window sheets. See that? Boom. Let's put the bone folder down so it's not quite as glary, okay? So you're going to choose between the 2 of these, okay? So for those that have shared, and obviously I use scraps. So Wendy, thank you for sharing. I hope your sister is okay. Cheryl, thank you for sharing. And Judy, who is not here, but she did share. And Kathy, who is not here, but she shared as well. Busy at work. Dar, thank you for sharing and being here. And Karen, thank you. And Debbie, thank you. Lucy and Sherry, thank you, thank you. And for all of those that did support my fundraiser, I am so blessed. Thank you so much. I was hoping for the very least 10 kits, and that's where we got. Of course, I'm hoping for more, but that's okay. I achieved the 10 that I was rooting for. So the winner of today's card, and I don't think I have missed anyone. Thank you so much for all your beautiful comments, my friends. Thank you, thank you. Let's grab the winning ticket. And the winner is, let's have some applause, because I wish I had a drum roll though, but I don't have a drum roll. The winner is Cheryl. So there you go, Cheryl. Which card would you like? The deeper color or the lighter color? They're basically both the same. And thank you so much for sharing. I will tuck your card aside for you. Which card would you like? Deeper or lighter? And I did everything deeper on this one. This one on purpose I did lighter because I knew the bubble bath was lighter. So when I did my greens, I made sure that my leaves weren't going to overpower the flowers. With this one, we had a deeper color. And so I went deeper with the leaves because you wouldn't know it, but these leaves are actually the same two colors, okay? The lighter one. Okay, so this card is yours, my friend. I will tuck that away for you. We will talk to you all later. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. Have a blessed weekend. Have a great week. I will be in BC. I will not be doing a live on Thursday. We will still be in the thick of hanging out with our Vancouver kids, and I can't wait to see them. So have a lovely, blessed week. We will see you on, let me see, can I do this? We will see you on the 20th of November. And you know what? I decorated the house today with Katie, and one of our decorations is this snowman that holds blocks that tells you how many days till Christmas. 49 days. 49 days until Christmas, my friends. Thank you for the safe travel wishes. And you girls have a great rest of your week. Have a lovely week. We will see you on the 20th of November. Bye now. And don't forget about my Christmas gathering. If you are interested, drop me a line. Talk to you later. Bye.